There we go.
We're live.
Seems to be working now.
Hopefully it's not too confusing for people. If there's
Yeah, maybe I can go in
Can
and
you
delete the last one that froze. Okay, so this one's live with the new profile picture. Good. I don't see the old one.
I see it here.
Hey guys. Hey Kush.
Awesome.
There we go. That's better. So yeah, streams are always a bit rough around the edges, and YouTube just froze, so we had to restart it. Awesome to see everybody in here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
I recognize a few familiar names in there. Venezuela, Sri Lanka, Edmonton. Awesome. Wow, love from India. Thank you so much. Reality. Holy smokes, there's a lot of people in here. You guys all got the memo, I guess, that we're going live after this. So we're just in the office today on Christmas Eve, and because there's other businesses in this building, we're obviously seeing other people in here, but today everyone is gone. It's just us. We have the entire building to ourselves, which is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. Wow, I still can't believe how people watch from all over the world. Especially if English isn't your native language. That's impressive to watch my videos.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody, or happy holidays, depending on what you celebrate. Christmas Eve is always an exciting day.
Mexico, England, Grimsby. There you go. Hey. Austria, Vancouver. Wow. And I realize it's all different times. So if you're on the West Coast, it's super early for you over in Vancouver. Trev's Astrophotography. Love that name. Thank you very much. Fist bump. That's awesome. Cloudy Edmonton. Cloudy all over the place. Yeah, because I know everyone's trying to go after Comet Leonard, and it seems like it's hard to come by no matter where you are. Mm-hmm. From the Philippines, Denmark. Thank you. Yeah, this is IDA made this, the International Dark Sky Association.
This is their merch. So if you're interested, you can head over to the IDA website. They've got a lot of space-related gear.
Where's Rudy at? We thought about bringing Rudy in today. We probably could have. There's no one here. There's technically
no pets
allowed in here, but the owner of the building had his dog in here the one day. So
yeah, but he owns it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I bet today we could have got him in here.
Yeah. Yes, James Webb tomorrow. Everybody's very excited.
I mean, it sucked that it was pushed back so many times, but now it's launching Christmas morning and at 7 a.m. So I know so many people will have that live stream going at the launch, during Christmas morning, whatever you're doing with your family. It's so exciting. And I don't know about you guys, but for launches like that, especially this one, I get super emotional seeing it take off. Like, also, this one is very stressful too. 20 years, billions of dollars riding on this rocket, but so exciting. Like, and to know what this telescope will discover is just like, it gives me chills.
It'll be one of those things too, where it's like, I remember where I was, or like who I was with. Like, obviously, most people hopefully will be with their families and stuff. But our little niece and nephew, hopefully they can somewhat understand what's happening, and we can share that with them.
I didn't even think of that. So like she's 4 years old, so she'll remember it, but we'll be like, when James Webb is doing all this stuff in the next 10, 20 years, we'll be like, do you remember watching the launch of James Webb on Christmas Day? And she'll be like, oh yeah.
And our nephew's name is James, so maybe he'll
he'll
kick out of that.
There you go. He'll be totally into it. Yeah. From Germany. Yeah, hopefully it's great, and hopefully it doesn't get I think is it for sure a go now? Like, is there no point of no return? Like, it's going?
I think so.
So Shashank, shout out, please. There you go. Thanks for joining. And yeah, one motor gone wrong in my heart. It's very stressful.
Is it 7 a.m. or noon? It is 20 after 11 here.
I think for the launch he was talking about, I thought it was 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. So I don't know what that is in terms of local time for you.
If anyone can confirm that. No, I haven't captured Comet Leonard. I did kind of get one chance to look for it the other night and could not find it. Yeah, I hope it doesn't get delayed tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
there you go. 7:20 EST.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Pluto. No, I have never gone after Pluto. I have photographed Uranus and Neptune before, obviously little dots. This was very early on in my astrophotography, just to kind of say that I did it. But I haven't really gone after those small planets since. And I haven't really photographed Venus a lot either. Really need to do that. I know a lot of guys I follow have taken some great Venus photos. I know Chuck goes after some of the distant planets like Neptune and Uranus. I'm sure he's photographed them before. And Pluto, I believe he's done as well.
There's a couple of questions above.
Oh, okay.
I want to answer. What question do you want James Webb to answer? Or best image you have ever shot? I think those are the two I saw come through.
Oh, Ryan, appreciate that. Then not many people would notice that. Color grading, it was, I got into it like 2 years ago. So I shoot all my videos in flat Canon log now. So when you're shooting it, it looks like this grayscale, not grayscale, but very like faint. But it just similar like a raw image in photography. There's all that data is in there for you to play with after the fact using this color grading, and actually use Peter McKinnon's LUT packs as a base, and then I kind of tweak it from there. But as you guys know, like these videos shot at night, it's hard to shoot these videos at night in these low light situations. So I'm constantly having to get creative with lighting, and I wear the red headlamp all the time. And someone in the video the other day was like, oh, you need to turn down that light in your observatory or turn it red so you can, it's darker in there. The light is bright just for video purposes. Mm-hmm. So like it's like there's way more light in the videos than I would typically have if I was just out there imaging. Thanks, Jonah, for watching the Horsehead Nebula video. That was a really fun one to put together. Very limited clear sky time, so kind of squeeze that in there. Merry Christmas, Michael. Kepler. No, I doubt it's possible to capture a photo of Kepler, but you never know. Maybe, I mean, people get satellite photos, so. In 2022, I'll be 38 years old. I'm a January birthday, so I'm enjoying my last month of being 37. Jeez. I feel 25. Oh, wow. Deep Sky Hunter. That's very cool. Since 2015. Like the first video was, I think, December 2015. So that's way back. Oh, thank you for
so many nice comments
about the Horsehead too. The Horsehead is such a great target. It's one of those ones that gets people excited. Like anyone can appreciate a site like that. Yeah, thanks, Austin. I don't. I feel young, but it's catching up to me. And I was looking at the video the other day. I was like, do I have a lot of gray hairs in my beard now? Like it's just like didn't even notice it. I'm gonna be just totally gray in the next year or so. Oh yeah, the lights shut off, pianist. What is it?
Hey, scroll up.
Coming in hot.
Played baseball with me. Matt and Nicole from Welland.
Oh wow, awesome.
How fun.
Cool. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I just saw baseball with Ash, and I was like, who played baseball with me?
Yeah, so all the lights in this building are on timers and motion.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like I'll be here and the lights in our office will shut off behind me too. And I got to kind of move around to get them to come back on.
We're constantly.
It's very energy
waving our
efficient,
hands.
but also like kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Astro Front Yard. How's it going, buddy? I see your images on Twitter all the time. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Tom. Favorite music. That's a cool one.
Mm.
We just like music in general. We're very musical people.
Mm-hmm.
And I like so many different kinds of music, if you haven't noticed with what I use in the videos. And that's like my favorite part of the editing is the music. But overall, if we had to pick a favorite type,
probably classic rock.
Classic rock is like the be all end all, but like we
Mm-hmm.
also like country and dance, and like you like bluegrass.
I like bluegrass music a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like a lot of different types of music.
Favorite constellation, Orion. Jason, welcome. Thank you. That's a lot of hearts.
Oh, gangster rap.
Nice.
Oh, we did.
Oh yeah.
Go through a long stage of really liking rap music.
We like high school. When we got together in high school, like all I listened to
we listened to
was Notorious B.I.G.
A lot of rap together when we first started dating.
Brian, birding, it's been a while, and
I miss it so much.
It's a time thing, but it's also the travel has really thrown us off because, going on those birding trips and stuff, and a lot of our favorite places were canceled.
Yeah, like we couldn't travel to like the bird migration that we normally go to in Point Peely here in Ontario. But yeah, I think it's just getting out, making time for it is important because we both really enjoy the bird photography aspect of that.
So someone said, do you like Linkin Park? I do like Linkin Park.
I did listen to Linkin Park in high school.
They were awesome because they were kind of a hybrid, like hip hop rock, and they were very heavy too. But I really dug
between
it.
Like hard rock and like someone who was a good singer. He had a good voice, and right?
He's gone now, which is so sad. And I know he had his issues, and you could almost hear it in the lyrics of those songs. But they were pretty sick band.
Eagles forever. Yep.
Eagles. Oh yeah, Eagles is if like I had to pick my favorite band, they're in the top 3.
When you started, Trevor was not a space nerd when I first started dating him. It was long before his interest in astronomy. You were very much into graphic design and tech and all that kind of stuff in high school. Cars, you really liked cars back then. Basketball, yeah.
Space wasn't until I was 25 and I was working in a cubicle. And I had I was always busy, but I could also listen to YouTube videos while I was working. And I would just constantly learn about astronomy and, trying to research what my first telescope. Someone's spamming the chat pretty hard. So I don't.
Can we hide him?
Yash, if you could stop spamming the chat, that would be great. Someone
mentioned Daft Punk.
Daft Punk is awesome.
Daft Punk. Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas.
Never been to Brazil.
So the difference between those catalogs, the Messier catalog was actually Charles Messier. It was a list of non-comets because he was a comet hunter, and he wanted to catalog all these objects that, you could be mistaken for a comet. And they're really northern hemisphere only, and it's only 110 objects. There are some of the best objects for sure, widely used, but the NGC, the new general catalog, is much more in depth. Thousands of objects in there, and then the IC catalog. So yeah, the Messier is like the very, very small, recognizable targets, and then some of those other ones are much more in depth. Sharpless and all those ones.
I just learned about
Sharpless catalog?
Those catalogs this year. I didn't even know they existed. So
the thing about the Sharpless catalog, the way it's formatted, the SH2 dash, it's like
so confusing.
Why isn't it just S?
Yeah,
S,
Sharpless.
Like NGC is nice and easy, and
well, and Messier's couldn't get easier.
Right.
I have to squint to read those in the chat.
Fort Worth, Texas, new to Astropix. Awesome. Well, good news is it should be less cloudy than it is here in Southern Ontario, in Texas. Although I know there are rainy parts too, but I just picture it being a lot drier and clearer in Texas. We've never been to the Netherlands. On the list though.
Never been to Europe. Europe is some.
That's embarrassing.
I
Don't
know.
tell people that. We've never been to Europe.
We've never been to Europe, so definitely need to make that happen one day. Hopefully, when it's safe to travel again.
Astro Frontier, can you make a 50% epidemic sound discount code? I can talk to them about that. I didn't even. It's actually really affordable. Like it's totally a fair price. I mean, if you use it, it's not very expensive for epidemic sound. But yeah, I'll look into if they do anything like that. But yeah, Epidemic Sound and Artlist is the other music service that I use. And I've been subscribed to Artlist for like 3 years. And I think I only used like 2 songs from Artlist this year. The big part of it, those music services, and they're so great, is being able to search for what you need when you need it, whether it's a sound effect or the type of song. So you can search by mood,
genre.
So you can, suspense, length of the song, genre. So it's like I can get a dance song that's suspenseful, like stuff like that. Like when you're in the creative zone, that is so helpful to be able to search for exactly what you need like that. And that also can eat up a ton of time. Like the Horsehead Nebula video you just saw, for those that did, that was, I think, probably about 25 hours of editing, which sounds insane. I know. I was here till almost 11 p.m. last night, and I started, first thing in the morning. Yes, it does. The Horsehead Nebula, it's not a dumb question. It will change shape over time, but it's such a, in our lifetime, we likely won't see any change. But it will change its shape, and it will no longer be a horse eventually, but we're talking thousands of years. And there are a few objects that are moving at a speed where you can see, I remember that one Hubble, and it's like over a 12-year, 15-year span, you can actually see the winds kind of shaping the nebula, and it has changed in that short period of time. Be interesting to see. And can you imagine when I'm 80 years old taking pictures of stuff and it's actually slightly changed shape, and I can kind of overlay it from stuff I took in 2015? Merry Christmas, Nico. You're always you always impress me that you come to the premieres and comment on my videos and everything. Like, you're such a busy guy. You've got your own videos going on, yet you support me and
so supportive
of the channel. And yeah, okay, so had time to check out the ZWO mount. I almost retweeted. I wanted to retweet it with the caption, "Boom goes the dynamite." The ZWO came out with their own mount today, which looks, I mean, it's similar to like the Rainbow Astro harmonic drive, no counterweight mounts. Pretty amazing price point harmonic drive mount. I'm very tempted to pre-order one. Me as well. So those mounts, I don't know. I've never used one. Getting over not having a counterweight and putting a big SCT on there still is like, okay, I guess it's going to work. I feel like I'm going to wait and see how things go. That's usually what I do for some of this stuff. Wait till some of the kinks get worked out, if there are any, and see what other people's experiences are before. But mounts are like, like they take up a lot of space. You can only have so many mounts, although this one takes up less space than the ones I have now. Yeah, you're giving me the eyes of you don't need anything else. But I'm sure it'll be a big hit. I know. I'm sure it'll be a big hit.
Yes, Josh, I have heard about the regulations that they're putting on greenhouses near Essex County and Point Pelee National Park, which is great.
Thank goodness.
I'm hoping that we can look into something like that in our area because greenhouse development, areas of our municipality and region are pretty rural, and lots of greenhouses are going up. And so to help limit that light pollution, I'd like to get at least something on the radar so people even know that it's an issue.
Yeah, so when you're looking at the light pollution map, at least around here, you go out to the country, you get out of the city, and suddenly you see this white fading to red glow in the middle of nowhere, as bright as the city center.
Where it should be dark.
Where it should be dark. And you turn on the satellite mode and you see it's just one greenhouse that's just lighting up the sky. It's sickening. Denise Kate's from Dubai, 11 years old, aspire to be an astrophotographer, enjoy your videos, love to photograph, learning service with my Celestron. Merry Christmas to you as well. That's a great plan. You already do it. You photograph the lunar surface with your Celestron. I wonder if that's the Astromaster. I know that's a very popular scope. See, the lights turn out on us. Wait, hold on. There we go. Actually, did it look better with them?
It's all right.
I'm going to turn it back off. That's really cool. Lunar photography is so much fun, looking at the surface of the moon, just because it's like nebulas and stuff. It's gas, and that's very cool. They're so colorful and beautiful. But like the lunar surface, it's like we've been there, and you can touch it. Like there's something about a rocky body and seeing it up close that's just, I don't know, kind of cool. It's the reason I like Mars so much.
Yeah, the detail on the moon.
Thanks again, Nico. You didn't have to do that, and I really appreciate what you do. There's few people that understand what goes behind, putting out regular quality videos on YouTube, but you're definitely one of the ones that does, and I really appreciate what you do. Favorite planet is Mars. Mars is awesome.
Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn.
Probably the most popular choice, but I mean, I can't help it.
There's no explanation needed for why Saturn's, your favorite planet.
It's beautiful.
What do you guys admire about each other?
Well, that's a deep question.
Deep.
Lots of things, obviously, but I think the first thing that comes to mind is your sense of humor. You can always make me laugh, and I like that. Living light and.
Yeah. Life is too short to be too serious and angry. I admire most about Ash is she's always she's so good for me, like very family oriented and wants to get together with people. She's very social and has always been good at making friends, and where I can be kind of this lone wolf kind of character at times, but she's good for bringing me out of that. And, all the amazing things that have happened in my life are because of her. So
thanks.
Kind of nice.
That's nice.
Who's angry? No, I get, sorry, not angry, negative. It's very, and online you see it. It's easy to be negative at times, but that's no fun. Comet Leonard is still up, I believe.
With Trevor Ashley Astro Shootout.
Yeah, I'm sure we will do that eventually.
Sure. I think I need to get a little bit better.
So Ashley's latest rig, you love it, right? The one that we used at the Airbnb?
If I'm going to continue, I love the Z73. I had no issues with that. It worked great. It was a good focal length. I did try the Red Cat, and I did like it. And that was my first time using a dedicated astronomy camera, so that was a different experience. I think I need to try it from the city too, because that was best case scenario in terms of light pollution and Bordeaux scale. So trying it out in our backyard will be the next step. And the ASI Air, I love it. It's so easy. I think too, because my the laptop I was using is an old laptop that we had kicking around, and it's just, you push the button and it doesn't do anything. It's just the user experience isn't great. So kicking that out of there and replacing it with
You don't like my old laptop?
No, I hate it.
Awesome. Geeks from Geeks on the Astro Biscuit Discord. Merry Christmas. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's
Thanks,
quite the community Rory's built over there in the Discord. I had no idea of how extensive. I think there's like 10,000 people on there. And I recently saw he's doing another collaborative YouTuber stream with Nico and Helena and Chuck. And who else was on there? I can't remember. Someone else. Very cool. So Rory's seems to have a knack for getting people together, which is always nice. What is Galaxy seasoning? When is it seasoning? I need to get some of that for my cooking. The Galaxy season is basically from
spring.
Yeah, it's kind of spring. So March, April, May is Galaxy season. That's the heart of it anyway. And that's just when there's so many galaxies available and some of the larger nebula. It's kind of in between season for the Milky Way and stuff like that. The Milky Way core anyway. California.
Are you guys Canadian or from New England? We are Canadian. From Canada. Yes. Yes, Wesley. Tech. It's a love-hate relationship. I apologize for squinting. I should have took the seat closer to the chat.
ZWO mount, yeah, it looks pretty cool. We will wait and see. They're really great people over there. I think people like to they think that these astronomy companies are this like big faceless corporation making all this money, but the reality is they're astro nerds that are just passionate about the hobby and doing what they can. And I've had a great experience with the team at ZWO, especially Una's such a sweetheart.
Aww.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Member for 38 months. Jim, my goodness, you must have.
I think Jim is one of our longest standing members.
I think Jim joined like the day I announced the join feature was out. And we do have something planned for all the long-term members. We're going to send you something out. We're putting that together. But Jim, for those that don't know, was in the video from Cherry Springs.
Him and his daughter.
Is it two or 3 years ago now? I think the title was like All It Takes Is One Night at a Star Party. And so Jim, at the time, that was the darkest sky you'd ever been to. And I know you've been back to Cherry Springs State Park several times since and made some great friends there. Adam's an awesome guy. And I think like you were on the newer side of astrophotography at that time. And now Jim is cranking out images that are like world-class regularly whenever it's clear. And he's like a seasoned vet now. So it's just crazy to think that when we met for the first time in person in that video, it was still kind of a new thing for you. That was such a cool trip. My God, I miss that place so much.
I know. Hopefully, obviously there's a lot more to worry about with COVID and everything, but when it is safe to do so, we'd love to travel down across the border and hit up some dark sky sites and do some traveling and with our camper. So we'll see when the time comes when we can do that.
Merry Christmas, Caleb. Good to see you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Heart and soul with the Rokinon 135 in one shot. There's nothing like it.
That was a nice one.
That was when I got the Rokinon 135. It was the first thing I did. I was like, heart and soul in one shot. Here we go. Because even with these wide field scopes, it's like you're cutting a portion of either the heart or soul off. It's so huge.
Even with like a red cat?
Well, if you have a smaller sensor,
Right,
you need like with a full frame camera that widens things up. That's what I did. I did the Radiant 61 and my Canon EOS RA full frame, and then I got it. But for these astronomy cameras, the sensors are smaller.
Right.
you need something much wider. Really appreciate that, Jim. You didn't have to do that. I wish you and your beautiful family an amazing Christmas. You guys are just awesome. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Astro Bleep Ups. Thank you for the channel. It's taught me so much. My first scope was the Xenostar 73, still using the HEQ5.
That's similar to my rig.
Yep. Favorite target is, so right now, my favorite, what I really want to get this January is the Cone Nebula and the Christmas tree cluster, because I just don't have a photo of it, and it's like an epic target. So that's, I wouldn't say that's my favorite target, but that's what I got my eye on for the new year. Really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Sean's here too. Okay, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Caleb, member for 15 months. You're a legend. Appreciate it, and keep up the great work with your images, and of course your YouTube channel as well. So if anyone hasn't checked out Astro Corone on YouTube, he puts out great stuff, and he's right around the corner from me, actually.
It's always nice to, it's kind of neat just to see other astrophotographers who are close by and what they're shooting, because they always have the same clear nights that you do.
Speaking of astrophotographers that are close by, Mr. Sean from Visible Dark Astro, Merry Christmas. Hoping for a clear night or two over the holidays.
Yeah.
Have you seen that forecast, Sean? It's just, I look the extended forecast, I don't see a single clear night. So I don't know what it looks like up your way. Sean's a bit north of me. So I'm sure a lot of you are aware of Visible Dark Astro, his YouTube channel, known for his PixInsight tutorials. He can do, laps around me in PixInsight. It's just so useful. And not only is he knowledgeable, but he has a way of explaining things. Maybe it's a Canadian thing where he just makes it sound so approachable and so easy. I can't think of anyone better at PixInsight tutorials than Sean. Just an overall great guy. Missed a few in there. Oh, cool, Brian. Yeah, I'm glad you saw that. The collaborations this year were really cool. Astro Biscuit, to finally connect with him and do something for the Stellina. Mm-hmm. His video was so cool. I had to get him in there. And of course, it was a spur of the moment. Hey, Rory, can you send me a video to be in my Stellina? He's like, sure.
Like in the next day or two?
In the next day or two. Nico and everyone else I've asked to be a part of anything. It's always been a yes, and it's always been an impressive turnaround. The challenge with Nico, with the kit lens challenge, was so much fun. I know a lot of people really enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. That was so fun. And man, like the pressure of that night when I was taking my photo, we didn't know what each other were shooting. But I kind of had a feeling, I was like, I wonder if he's shooting the witch's head as well. And of course we both did, which was a huge surprise.
It just seemed like such a random target. So it was funny. I mean, probably not for an experienced astrophotographer who knows their conditions.
Because we're both smarty pants, and it was just such a great choice for that challenge. And it made it even cooler that
it was way cooler, because then you could like
compare. But it stressed me out because I like Nico's a pretty decent processor, and I was kind of worried about seeing head to head our skills, and there it was.
You want to be worse?
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? I think we both did a good job, and that couldn't have went better. Okay, so who is this? 3. Okay, so I'm not sure what currency that is, but Astrobath. Hi, Trevor. My name is Malcolm from Russia, and I have a YouTube channel where I share excitement about Astro Hobby. I would not. How does she feel about it now? Okay, yeah, you were an outsider that is now in.
Well, an outsider in the sense that I'm around it all the time because of you, but I had never got my hands dirty and actually learned how to do everything myself. I feel like that process will be ever evolving, as I'm sure most astrophotographers would agree. I really like being out in the field and actually collecting the data. Like that's probably
in the summer.
When it's I have nice to confess, I'm not sure how much I'll get out in the winter. I mean, we'll see. I mean, once you get your rig set up and going, then, I can go inside to the warmth, but we'll see. But I do really like being out, collecting the data, choosing a target, figuring all that out. Where I'm really struggling is in the processing side of things. I'm familiar with Photoshop, but when it comes to knowing what needs to be done to the image and experimenting, I don't have a lot of like creative flair. So I'm always worried that I'm making it worse, everything that I do to it. So that will improve. I know it will, but I think my expectations for myself are too high right now, which I'm sure I'm echoing probably the thoughts of a lot of beginner astrophotographers out there. So I know that I just need to be patient.
It was such an eye-opener for me to go through processing with Ash and the struggles, because like I've been doing it for so long, you almost forget what it's like to be on the ground floor when you're starting out. So it's been really helpful for me to see the struggle she has. And so if I'm creating content around how to help a beginner, Ash will be like, no, like that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what that means. So it's like, oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't know that. Mm-hmm. So it's great for Astro Backyard to have her insight in her progress now too. So I mean, I never thought you would actually get into it. So again, continuing to amaze me. Okay, we've got some new ones on there.
Backlogged here.
Yeah, Jim, can't wait to see you again. I know it will be soon, and it'll be awesome. And Adam.
Are we distance runners? Not distance, but we do enjoy running.
Oh, is 10K
we
distance?
Do like 10K is like
so Saturdays
a long run for us.
Normal Saturdays, most like if we can make it, we do a 10K every Saturday morning. It's a trail run. That's so awesome. I feel like the best way to start the day.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesdays we do kind of like a 6 or 7K.
Shorter run.
It's a run crew that we're a part of, and it's just an awesome group of people. Running is pretty awesome. You just look like, oh, that's funny. You just that's good. I want to look like a runner. Jim's Astro, come to Michigan. Yeah, Michigan looks beautiful. Have I ever? Oh, I've been in the airport in Detroit, but Michigan looks like a beautiful state, and I'm sure there's amazing places there.
Rusty's RV Ranch. We'll have to check it out.
Thanks again, Sean. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, where are we at? Running is gross. You guys are crazy. Josh, I know.
I used to feel the same way, to be honest, until I actually started doing, like, for the first couple of months, I was like, I hate this. Like, why am I coming and doing this multiple times a week? And now it feels great.
Come for a run with us one day, Josh, if you're ever in the area. So also, what do you think about processing an image for us as a channel perk? That's cool. Yeah, I like the idea of me processing someone else's data, because I think that was big for you, Ash. You wanted to see like, okay, is this a good picture or not? Like, what can you do with it? So I can get ideas of, okay, oh, this is good data. I just need to work on it to get it out. Mm-hmm. So I do love that idea of processing your images, and I think there's something there. And yeah, as for the beginner setup, it's really tough, and some of the older channels I'm sure are finding this, the Nikos and the Seans and Dylan, some of those guys that, these 4-year-old, 5-year-old channels. You have this big group of your audience that wants to see where you're at now and the latest and greatest and your progress, but then you also have a large group of it that is just beginners that wants to see the step-by-step early stage stuff. So you're constantly balancing between them both, trying to keep everyone happy. I feel like I have done quite a bit of the beginner setup stuff. I recently did that starter kit, the TPO 180 on a star tracker, but I'm always down for doing more of the beginner kit. I'm not sure exactly which one you're talking about, but I would imagine it's something like a star tracker and like the William Optics Z61. I'm always down for doing more beginner stuff. So appreciate that input, and we'll be doing both of those things.
What is Rudy getting for Christmas?
Oh, Rudy's getting, don't tell him. He's been chewing on this wooden bone. It's like a driftwood bone. He's had it for like 4 years now.
A long time.
And it's just shredded to bits now. It's really messy.
It smells weird too. Like,
it smells like a barn.
And so
hopefully that's not what he likes about it. So we got him a new wooden bone. It's freaking huge. It should last him years.
That it doesn't smell like
it does. I wonder if the smell of the barn is what he liked about it.
We'll find out, I guess.
We'll find out. Maybe he won't want his new one and he'll just want the old stinky one. We also got him
some other treats.
My mom got him. My mom,
toys.
His grandmother. My mom got him a new stuffed animal that I'm sure he'll rip to shreds. Nicholas, appreciate that.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Godzilla, go ahead, man. Yep, Andrew, totally, man. Totally. And it wasn't. So I remember thinking to myself on those really frustrating nights where it's just like, okay, the universe is against me tonight. Even when you finally get something working or you get everything working and then the clouds come in and just shut it out. It's like, okay, so this is just not even fair. On those nights, only the people that are really serious and committed will move past that part. And not everyone is. So maybe, I don't know, I feel like that kind of filters out the dabblers. I don't think it's possible to be a dabbler in astrophotography. You're either kind of committed or you're not.
At least for a long period of time.
For a long period of time.
Maybe do it for a bit, but
I mean, you never know. I've seen people that really go hard into the hobby and buy a lot of gear and they post all the time. And then all of a sudden they're gone. It's like, yeah, where'd you go? Oh, I sold all my gear and I'm into this now. So I've seen that type too. Mm-hmm. To me, it's like, it'll always be a part of my life because I like the experience, not just the end result. Because obviously, if it were just about the pictures, I would never shoot from my light polluted backyard. I would just do these remote observatories with way bigger, better telescopes and better skies. Like if it were just about the pictures, then that's all I would do. It's about capturing it myself. That is the important part for me.
I'm kind of shocked at how many astrophotographers, like, when you consider everything that's involved and all the things that have to go right and all the pieces of equipment that have to work together, like the fact that there's so many people that are committed to making that happen, like that's pretty insane.
Yeah. I remember in the early videos when I would be going through like a star alignment routine and I'm trying to make it look like exciting and fun, but in reality, it's like there's really frustrating moments. I remember thinking in my head, like, nobody's going to actually do this. And like, to my surprise, all of you, that are into astrophotography, it's like, yes, you all chose to fight through the struggles. Kevin, awesome to hear the Radiant 61. You'll really enjoy that. There's a lot of them out there and it always gives me a huge thrill to see pictures coming out of that scope. If you know the backstory with that one. Okay. We're way behind. We're way behind. Okay. We're going to go to Ray. Awesome to see you here. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love your very professional advance. Ray, really appreciate that. If you guys haven't checked out Ray's astrophotography channel, awesome. You're in Texas, I believe. You're constantly wearing the Longhorns gear and stuff. Ray's an awesome astrophotographer with his Celestron scopes, and you've done some amazing work, and you're clearly my kind of people where you're just obsessed with it. So love seeing what you do. And I really appreciate that. Oh, I recognize that name. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Ash. How would you say that? If you can spell it out phonetically, I'll look for it. Piotr Jakic.
Yeah, that's.
I recognize your name and you've been around forever. So thank you. Hey, Trevor, here's so great. Hopefully better 2022 with awesome images. Got to pick up 21 Slack. Yeah, that's right. I know. The scary part about 2022 is going to be better. We said that about 2021. But not going to complain. We're healthy and things are okay. It's a rough year for a lot of people. So we're certainly not going to complain. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Rocket Gamer, of course. Hello. When did y'all meet and how did he introduce you? Your thoughts on that first. So we met a long time ago, 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago now. And it was a lifetime ago. Our priorities were totally different. We're in high school. We're thinking about college and our careers and what we're going to do. And never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd be working together, sitting here right now, doing a live stream on YouTube talking about astrophotography.
No.
Ashley wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a graphic designer or illustrator. I went to art school. I don't know where I thought it would take me. I just loved art and digital art, which turned out to be, you know, pretty smart move.
Skill.
It's very practical these days. And then, but Ashley's educational background, obviously, you know, really comes in handy with in all sorts of things in life now.
Yeah, it's yeah, like Trevor said, I went to school to be a school teacher, and things kind of took a different path, and I ended up actually working in waste management for a while, which was a great field, kind of the environmental sector. So a lot of passion about the environment and educating people. So I think that carries over into a lot of facets of life in terms of educating people and getting them passionate about something. So
yeah, so her environmental background really leads well into the IDA and the stuff we're doing with them. She's actually set that whole thing up together, the partnerships we've been doing with the International Dark Sky Association, and it's something you're really passionate about.
Yeah, it's nice to connect with like a big group of other advocates who, you know, from all over the world, and it's really interesting to see all the different things that they're doing to protect the night sky in their own area. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Brian, that's a great point. Difference from your end, important support from membership, YouTube versus Patreon. Enjoy the work. Happy holidays. Same to you, Brian. Yeah, Patreon is, I see a lot of people doing that, and it's great. It's a great way to support creators. Yeah, I guess the YouTube memberships is my version of Patreon, just $5 a month where you can support me. Yeah, I don't think we'll explore Patreon. Might look into it, but yeah, you're right. This is our version of it, is this YouTube membership. I need to do more live streams and stuff just for the members, and it kills me. I just feel like there's never enough time. I'm just scraping by to get the main videos out on the channel. It's like, but I need to make time for that audience, because I really appreciate that you guys don't have to do that. And just showing your support on that level means a lot. Missed one from Josh in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. There it is. Put user in a timeout. So if someone's spamming, I can put them in a timeout like a child. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are gone. You would think that like there should be an auto spam. It's like if you've posted the same thing 75 times.
Keep going.
Yeah, we're on our last little bit here. Lanterns. Red cat is only. Where's the doggies? Doggies at home sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Godzilla, that's rough, man. Tree fell through your house and you're living at your neighbor's house. That's a rough Christmas. I'm really sorry to hear that. Scary penguin. Brian Moon, thank you for the big thumbs up. Did we miss any other super chats? Oh, can you pronounce my name? Divyanch. I think that's how you would say it, right? Divyanch.
Yeah.
I like that. I would like to call you the short, just Div. I like that. Div's a cool nickname. Or maybe it's Div. Kyle, I don't know about that mount. They haven't said anything about it. It's for stuff like that, I would imagine that it doesn't need any. They don't need to send one to me to get you all excited about it, kind of thing. So it doesn't need any more buzz. We'll see what they say about that, but that's a big undertaking. I think people see some of the the product reviews as like, oh, you just get free stuff. It's not that at all. It's like a huge responsibility and a lot of back and forth with the manufacturer to say like, okay, what should I know about this product and what should I highlight? And then of course, getting the time to use it and experience it and share honest thoughts. Like it's a big undertaking for this stuff. And no matter how evenly you try to, like unbiased, you try to do it, like with the Stellina, I knew that one was going to be tough. And at the end of the day, at the end of the video, I was like, it's not for me, but I see why other people could like it and why it really is a great innovation. And still I had people just saying, oh, well, I don't like that guy. He promoted Stelina. It's like, did you watch the video? Like, it's tough. And the reviews, like, that's part of the package, right? Because, yeah, I won't go into detail, but really appreciate you guys. Longtime fan, 2 requests, future episodes, sending a donation message. 2 requests for future episodes. So you're going to send it? Okay. Weston. Wow, member for 25 months. Really appreciate that.
Bon Echo Park.
Wanna go there.
Such great things about Bon Echo, and we are definitely going to go. We also, yes, we've heard of North Frontenac. We also, we looked into Bruce Peninsula, kind of Northern Ontario this year, but we didn't pull the trigger on it. So we definitely have some new places that we want to check out now that we have the camper and we can travel a little bit further.
Rosine, happy Christmas. I love the way you guys talk. Happy, like, because it's always Merry Christmas here, but Happy Christmas in the UK. I love that. Happy Christmas to you, buddy. Keep up the great work. You've come such a long way, man, with your video production. And again, like I was saying to Sean and Nico, you truly understand what it's like to be on this side of the camera. And just know that I'm rooting for you, buddy, and really proud of you. Guys, we are going to head out.
We're going to probably wrap it up.
We got the building to ourselves. We're going to go out for lunch now and then get into family Christmas stuff.
Family mode for the next few days.
Family mode. I don't think you've basically made me promise that I will not make another video until the end of the year, which will be tough.
Trevor
but
needs a break.
If it's not clear, it'll be easier to not do that.
You can image, but you need a break from.
It's just been a crazy year.
Yeah. We've
worked so hard, but it doesn't feel like work. I know that sounds like a cliche phrase, but it does not feel like work. It's an obsession. It's a passion. And we're just so fortunate to be where we are. And it's
all because of you.
Again, sounds good.
How do you say thank you?
Because of you guys.
Yeah.
For watching the videos and for, sending in these super chats and all this stuff.
Yeah. And just for caring about the content that we're putting out. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an absolute dream come true, and it's because of you. So
we're honored to be able to do this.
I hope you all have a great holidays.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, depending what you celebrate.
I hope Santa brings you a new ZWO harmonic drive mount under the tree. And thanks, Nico. I appreciate that. You deserve a break too, man. And Nico, I would imagine, I don't know what your career plans are, but I would imagine that if it not already, you will have the option of deciding whether you want to do YouTube full time. Knowing you, I feel like you might continue to do your career as a librarian too, because it seems like you really love that, and it sounds very cool. So be interesting to see where that goes. Either way, I hope you keep up the rate of and quality and production quality of your videos that you've done. Weston, holy smokes. Okay, so these are Weston's ideas. Experiment with a specialized UV camera and see what happens. Number 2, something about cleaning, maintenance of optics and equipment. That's interesting. So I had planned to do a video about that kind of stuff, cleaning optics and just little tools and stuff. And I just felt like it would be not a super exciting video, but you saying that now, I definitely will. Merry Christmas to you as well. A specialized UV camera. There's so much unexplored territory in terms of like experimentation and new things that haven't been done on the channel. I've done so many nebula photos. But yeah, you can count on some more experimental, really cool stuff in the future. And that's very kind of you in the super chat. I really appreciate that, Weston. I won't forget that. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us today for this live stream. I think we did it. I don't know if we did it last year, but we did it the year before.
We did it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just nice to connect, and it's a fun time of year. And so thanks for coming.
Thanks, everybody. Clear skies.
All the best, guys. Chat soon.